Take two and action. All right, hey there. Welcome to Virtual Sesh number 2. Tonight we'll be smoking a salad of Tokyo Smoke Paws from Tweed, although they're not my favorite LP licensed producer here in Canada. And tonight we'll be discussing briefly self-employment, working for yourself outside, how that's the true path to freedom and independence through finance. We'll also be talking about building your own boat, literally and metaphorically. About the 5-year dream me and my friend have had, and or 2 dreams. And also we'll be talking about why I want to make movies and television. I've been talking a long time about making independent content, like I've got a few ideas for TV shows and shit. If you've been watching long enough, you know about it. If not, you'll hear about it, I'm sure, soon. And check out my little animation. It's not really that much of a crazy thing, but it's pretty sweet to watch. Some people get decapitated, some people get gutted. You know, it's a good little thing, a good little cartoon. But before we get to and if we have time, I'll also mention my story about trolls for China today. It was pretty funny. I argued with some guy about China, and he fell flat. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get to some sweet music. This is Big Wax, New Crack, and we're going to listen to about a minute of that. So don't worry, it's not too long. Anyway, I think you'll probably like it. From the album Scrub Life, originally released as a single, and it propelled the artist Wax, aka Mike Jones, basically to YouTube fame. This is his first hit. So check it out. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. In honor of the millionth view on YouTube of this new crack 3 years ago.
Oh, and there's some hash in this joint too. Sick fuck.
Coming to you live and direct from the belly of the Centroids. Big Wax Dunny, and I'm at it again, bro. I park when I spit, not to press my luck, cause I ain't got no insurance, and if I wreck, I'm fucked. But when I ride beats, you couldn't deny that, cause you could use that. Every syllable is a hi-hat, rewind that, you'll find that, the rhyme that I just spit was perfect, reverse it, half it, double time that, any way you want it, fam, ask my mama, man, you can see a mic in my sonogram, I got my first tooth in the booth, and I wrote my first hook in the coloring book, and back then, my rhymes was outside the lines, and still are, phones lose reception when I kill bars, I heard your shit, my ears still scarred, should've turned it down, then opened in the pill jar, fuck Jake, we gon' wake and bake, I make papes when I battle all you fakes for cake, but now it's time for a station break. We wildin' out.
Wax, New Crack, and there'll be links in the description following the show. If you didn't hear me before, I also mentioned there's a bit of hash in here. Some pretty good shit. It's a bit darker, but it's good. And I got that from OK Kind Delivery. If you're in Ottawa, check it out. I'm not getting any money to say that. It's just a suggestion from one friend to another friend. And I think they're in Vancouver and shit too. They're in a few places in Canada. The greatest country on earth, soon to be. But yeah, also I'm smoking Tokyo Smoke Paws from fucking Tweed. They're not my favorite. It's probably irradiated, but hey, it was free. So whatever. You can't complain about free stuff. So yeah, tonight we're going to be talking about real briefly a few things. So I guess we'll start with something everyone can relate to. We've all got jobs. We've all got to work. We've all got to do something to generate value, unless we want to live in a fucking cardboard box and eat fucking ramen noodles and beans from a can, right? So if you've got to work and you live, I mean, maybe if you're in the UK, you can't do this. I don't know. Maybe if you're in fucking Zanzibar or China, God forbid. If you're some unfucking lucky dude in Hong Kong, God have mercy on you. But if you're in a free country or a semi-free country, you could probably start a business. And you could probably do something working outside, if you like to work outside. I think most people like to be in the sunshine, work with their hands, fucking, and have enough money, Too many people right now are working for like 14 fucking dollars an hour. Before that, oh, everyone's working for what, $13 an hour, $12 an hour? Big fucking deal. What are you gonna do with 12 bucks? Buy yourself some craft dinner and some fucking Coca-Cola and maybe a Timbit to shove up your arse? Come on, guys, come on. Now, you can start your own business and you get paid like for 5 hours work, you get paid 500 bucks if you know what you're doing. And this kind of leads into the next thing I want to talk about. But basically, I want to start my own company and I've got a few different ideas for that. And, people might say, oh, you have a grade 8 education. How are you going to start a company? I know how to clean shit. I was an office cleaner for just about 3 years. All right. I know how to fucking lift shit. I was, and I still do sometimes, very rarely. That's just my cousin with his roofing company. So I know how to do labor and shit. And even if you're working at, let's say, Shoppers Drug Mart or Tim Hortons, you've got a skill too. That's acting fucking normal, and that's doing basic fucking tasks. And I know, like, I got mocked for mentioning this before, but this is an idea I got from the guy who made Wolf of Wall Street. He was on a podcast I watched called Church of What's Happening Now. What? Shout out to Uncle Joey. And yeah, he said you should sell ice cream and drinks on the beach. And like, if you try to do that right now, you'll probably get a fine and shit. But that's only if the bylaw sees you. How many hundreds of dollars can you make before the bylaw sees you? I don't know. I think sales would be great if you're getting paid appropriately. Any job is great if you're getting paid appropriately. But if you're getting paid fucking minimum fucking wage, you're basically wasting your fucking time after taxes are paid. Let's say you're lucky enough to do some overtime. Then what happens to your overtime? Your fucking overtime dissipates in from taxes. You got to give all your fucking money to taxes. So I think the best route really to do is to get paid more per hour. And the only way to really do that without, I don't know, fellatiating someone, let's say, or anyways, we won't go into that. But maybe being a gigolo or a prostitute is start your own company. You could do fucking mowing lawns. You could do clearing driveways. You could do somebody's hair or nails. Who fucking cares? You could sell goddamn lemonade and pee in it too to make up for, the loss of sugar and water that you had to put in there. But yeah, I think everyone should start thinking about starting their own business with this fucking coronavirus fucking pandemic shutdown. Everybody's been fucking forced to wear little fucking masks on their face, like they're gonna die, like they're gonna kill someone. Oh no, don't breathe on me. You might fucking kill me. Jesus Christ. God forbid the whole world goes retarded in one fucking year. But if you have your own business, you can just say, oh, listen, I have fucking I have fucking asthma. I can't wear a mask. It makes me cough. Most people, I have a medical exemption, and if they really give you trouble, you can carry. If you're in Canada, you can carry around the sheet that you must have gotten in the mail and show them. First thing on the fucking paper, medical exemptions. So if you have your own business, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can take a break when you want. You can't be fucking stupid. You can't just show up and just slack off right away, crack a whiskey bottle, and start eating Timbits. They'll get a little bit pissed off. If you're paying for services, you're going to get a little annoyed. But bottom line here is if you're working for yourself, you're not going to get fucked around unless you fuck yourself around. You're not going to look like a fool. You're not going to feel like a fool unless you fuck around and you fuck up your own image. You don't have to wear a uniform. I mean, it would help if you have a few $100 and you want to buy yourself a nice shirt off Amazon or some shit with a company logo. But you don't have to fucking have a lot of money to start your own company. You gotta have, I think it's like $100 or some shit to get the licensing fees or whatever. And all you need is an idea. My current idea is, well, it's actually Mike's idea. You've seen him before. He's like on the first like podcast or two. But basically, he wants to design lawns and build people's like little patios and shit. So if you got like $300 worth of material, he wants to also do water pumps because his grandfather, before he passed away, was a welder and he could weld anything, man. He could weld like a nicely designed fence. He could design fucking statues. He could design fucking tools, trailers, anything. He was like a master welder and shit, from what I understand. And yeah, he made a decent living before he passed away. But now Mike moved in with his grandmother, and he inherited his grandfather's torch. So he wants to start doing welding and shit. And if you've got a skill that's pliable, why not use it? He wants to make custom design fountains. And if you want, like, I don't know, fucking a spaceman smoking a bong, or like a Smurf, patent pending, we'll make it sued for having a Smurf. We might have to paint it purple and call it a derf, but for legal reasons. No, I'm just kidding. We'll make you a Smurf. Don't worry. You pay the right amount, we'll make you a Smurf. But he wants to make like custom fucking statues and shit with water pumps. That being the key. You can buy cheap components on Amazon, not to belittle the craft. And align some patios, plant some roses, plant some sod or some grass or whatever the fuck, maybe bluegrass, whatever the people want. They can design their own thing, or we'll have like a catalog of like 10 to start, 10 designs, maybe 20 designs down the road. And fucking, that's something that people want, believe it or not. Let's say you can cut the price by like 30% or 50%, or God forbid 75%. If you're a one-man operation and you can offer your services for way less than your competitor, that's your in. Once you get a reputation, up it by like 10%, whatever. But if you're working at fucking some corporate fucking slave house, man, McDonald's, Tim Hortons, who knows, fucking Boston Pizza, go fuck yourself. I don't fucking know. If you're working at some big company and you're making minimum wage, bottom line, you're getting taken advantage of. And I'm saying, don't let taken advantage of. Labor Day, we celebrate every year. Don't wear white after Labor Day. All those fucking idiots that keep telling you and fucking shit. And it's nobody remembers what it's about. What was Labor Day? That's when we fought for workers' rights. Well, fuck working for a company. Go start your own company once you've got a bit of scratch. You got $500 trawlers. Sorry, I've been smoking dope here. I'm supposed to be smoking dope. You got $500. You can flip that into 1,500. You can flip 1,500 into 3,000. You don't have to fucking slave away for Mick fucking Ronald and fucking flip hamburgers like a greasy idiot. You can do something yourself. You're in a free country. Maybe you're in fucking Japan. I think you can start a business there. You can get robots in Japan, man. Start a robot company or some shit. Can't smoke dope in Japan though, so fuck that. I ain't going there. Anyway, fuck that shit. Oh, 4 more states. It's been legalized. Ask me what state those are. I don't fucking know. But I do know that 4 more states legalized it. You know why? So you all be too stoned to escape the concentration camps in the next 2 years. Everybody's like, oh, the FEMA camps, the FEMA camps. Listen, they're not FEMA camps. They're a 4-letter word: camp, death camp, concentration camp, maybe. Listen, today's November 11th. Technically, it's 2 in the morning now. It's November 11th. We all say every year, oh, thank you, veterans. Thank you for our freedoms. Thank you for our rights that you fought for and died for in the Second World War and all the other wars. And right now, they're like, you got to wear a mask, as if this is like the, no offense to people who came from the Middle East, as if this is the Middle fucking East. You got to wear a mask. You can't fucking celebrate Christmas. That's coming, folks. You can't celebrate Halloween. You can't celebrate Thanksgiving. You can't celebrate your birthday. And listen, my neighbors next door last week, they had the cops called them. It wasn't me. I would have told them straight up, it was me. Fuck you. It wasn't me. Okay. And the reason they did was because of the noise. But the reason the cops showed up is because of the fucking amount of people that was there. They didn't give a fuck about the noise. I'll tell you straight up. Last year I complained about the noise. Nobody fucking showed. I called bylaw. I didn't call the cops. I called bylaw. Nobody fucking showed up. Nobody called me back for like 5 fucking days. Is that a help? That's why I'm even doing this right now. Because if the cops aren't going to show up for that shit, they're not going to show up for one person just talking like this. But technically, I'm being a little bit of an asshole talking like this right now. But whatever, I don't care. It's 2 in the morning. It's all good. Anybody can stomp if they have a problem. If I hear a stomp or banging, then I shut the fuck up and I'll stop this. But anyways, They don't take anything seriously unless it's this new corona shit. So what was I getting at anyways? Fuck all this bullshit rambling on. Yeah, so let's get to this. Yeah, anyway, my bottom line is nobody cares, just as long as you don't make a shit ton of noise. I don't give a fuck if you have 100 people in there. Let's have a fucking fiesta, boys. I don't give a fuck if you have 100 million people in there. It's not my concern. I just want to be able to pass out at some point. But yeah, building a fucking boat, literally and metaphorically. And you know, that basically is like what I was saying in the first place. If you're riding on somebody else's dreams or ideas or some corporation, you got to do whatever they say. You got to wake up at a certain time. You got to do all this bullshit. If you have your own ideas and you use your imagination, imagination turns into reality. I'm on a laptop right now. Okay, see this shit? That's a product of someone's imagination. Look at this. This is a mouse. It's a laser mouse. Now, it can be argued this might have been alien technology. But bottom line, look at this weed. This is a product of somebody imagining I could have a company. I can do something with my life. No matter if this guy became a fucking rich asshole and is now a fucking piece of shit. Hey, Tweed, want to sponsor me? Go ahead and contact me at www.gofuckyourself.gmail.fucking-suck-a-cock. Family show, people. This is a family show. Shout out to StreamYard. Tokyo Smoke Pause. Go fuck yourself. What the fuck? All right. So, God damn it. For the rare unicorn of a person still watching, we're at 60 minutes. We're going to end off soon. Just going to finish off the Sugar Schmidt. Okay, kind. Get yourself some bubble hash. It's delicious. We also want to literally build a boat. And I've had a few different ideas for this. But basically, the design that I've settled on is a couple of pieces of plywood, maybe like one or two, probably two. And if you're familiar with those like big, I think they're like 6-liter jugs. I don't know, those big water jugs made for office buildings. Basically, I want to strap a couple of those to the bottom of some fucking plywood and make them into a boat. Mike's got these grand ideas. He's a ginger, by the way, so that explains some of this craziness. Yes, I'm straight up discriminating against gingers. Y'all crazy, okay? Y'all crazy. Most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. Come on. And have you ever met a sane person with red hair? I've almost got no hair, but at least I don't have red fucking hair, all right? That shit's a mutation, okay? Look it up. He wants to build a fucking Noah's Ark type thing. And I mean, we could do it if you wanted to spend a week doing it, like 7 days, and it would be like on a weekend, 2 days, on a weekend, 2 days. So it would take like fucking 3 months, the whole summer basically. But we could do it. We could build a big fucking boat, like maybe the size of my apartment, you know, like 700 square feet, 800 square feet, 1-bedroom apartment, excluding the bedroom. But why not start with something small? And I'm saying to you, next summer might be the last summer you ever have, because, you know, I think by 2022 they're going to have the vaccine. They're going to be kicking in your door to stick that shit in your arm. They're going to be putting you in a concentration camp if you're in Canada. If you're in New Zealand, you already know that what I'm saying is not fucking jokes. You know, I said this shit in the comment section. I'm like, laugh while you can. Call me crazy while you can. Call me insane while you will. Because pretty soon, we're all going to be crying. We're all going to be fighting for my life. Me too. I'm going to be crying, fighting for my life. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm dead wrong. But I'm oftentimes very right. And that sucks being right all the time. It's like, you know it's coming. You're not smart enough to encourage people to avert it. But you can see what's coming. It's pretty simple. You know, you don't have to be fucking psychic to see what's coming down the line. So yeah, anyways, we're thinking about building a boat, you know, having some barbecues on the fucking thing here in Canada. I don't know if you're where you're watching from. If you're watching from the US, I know we've got a few United Statesers that watch. One guy from like Slovenia, wherever the fuck that is. Bad motherfucker. All right. Yeah, no, we could just cook some food on the grill, you know, smoke, drink, I think, because we don't have a motor. So I think you can drink on non-motorized vehicle on the Ottawa waterways. But there's a few different rivers, and we could build our own little thing and fucking even camp out on it, man. So even if you're in the U.S., get out there and enjoy next summer, because the following summer, after this coming summer, you might not be able to do anything because they might be trying to fight us. And I just want to say one real quick thing. In Canada here, we've got a lot of forests. I think if the New World Order Nazis came for us, I think if the fucking UN fucking troopers came for us and tried to give us vaccines or put us in death camps or shoot us dead, what is the one country that has avoided United States fucking territorial takeover and shit, destabilization? Which one is it? I'll give you 10 seconds. Do, 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 do. You give up, bitch? Vietnam. And how did Vietnam fucking survive the United States and France? Part of it's due to the draft. I mean, if you draft people, they're not as good warriors as if they volunteer, because when you volunteer, you're not being forced to do it. So there's that. There's also the fact in Vietnam they had massive forests. They had brutality on their side. They had psychological warfare. They set up traps that are fucking like you'd be walking, and they set them up just to take out one person at a time, take them out brutally. You'd be walking and shit, and a big law will come and just fucking kill your fucking buddy. And you were drafted, bro. You weren't supposed to be that, bro. No disrespect to the Vietnam veterans, but you're probably not watching this anyways. You're not exactly in the demographic. So I think how we could survive is here in Canada is take to the forests and remember those horrible war movies where we saw people being brutalized and shit. If the Chinese troops invade my fucking country, or at least my province, you think I'm just gonna sit there and get scooped up and made into a fucking dumpling? They'll serve anything in a Chinese kitchen. Cats, dogs, Canadians. Ching, 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 ching. Chop you up, put you in a fucking dish, fry you up. I love Asians. I love Asians. I'm actually flipping a frying pan right now. I love Asians. I just don't love the Chinese government. Okay? So North Korean fuck government's a joke. If they want to, they can get rid of that shit. Come on. You don't think all the military in the world could take them down? Whatever. And yeah, the next thing I want to talk about before we end off is making movies and TV. Basically, a lot of it is, I want to, express my fucking ideas. I've got a lot of ideas for movies, got a lot of ideas for shows and shit, little animations or whatever. But why I really want to do it is, it's fun. It's fun to fucking play pretend. Basically, when I see an actor, acting out a part, it's like spike bitches, smack that like button, smack that shit. All they're doing, an actor, Johnny Depp, he puts on a fucking pirate fucking thing and he swings around on those fucking ropes. He swings from side to side and he pretends to he's playing pretend, man. He's dressing up and he's playing make believe. And it's fun, man. It's fun to get into the moment, pretend someone's after you, but also at the same time be competent in the fact and aware of the fact that you're making some art that's going to last. People can enjoy, you can enjoy even, and you can be like, man, now I'm in a movie, even if it's a fucking low budget movie, especially if it's your own, filled on your own iPhone, your own effects, your own dialogue. I don't know, something about that's just like fucking. You can put all these people to shame, man. Like Netflix is putting out some really shitty fucking movies nowadays. The last movie that I seen that was worth a shit out of them, I think it was probably that Will Smith movie with the fucking. It's like his partner's an orc and shit. I can't remember the name. But I was like, that's the last original movie that I've seen. What we got? Bad Boys 3 coming out now. I don't know if it's going to be any good. I know it's straight to video release. So there's that. But, I think it'd be pretty easy for people. I seen, if you do watch The Church of What's Happening Now, or Joey's Joint, as the new thing is, there's this girl today on, I forget her full name, but it's like something Costello, Katie Costello, who the fuck knows? and she was talking about how her show got canceled and like the Me Too shit, and she's like, oh, how it is in Hollywood, people don't understand. It's like a lot of it is, you either do these sexual things or you don't get your fucking dream. It's like nowadays, all you need is like $1,000 or $2,000. You can buy a bunch of cameras, you can set it up, you can do your own fucking thing. So I don't know what how the show was really set up. I don't know what it looked like, but all I know is for a low budget, you can do basically anything you want on film nowadays. Half the shit coming out of fucking Hollywood or Netflix is just fucking CGI garbage. So you could just do basically anything really. Star Trek, you could pull that off nowadays. Actually, I take it back. Star Trek, it had puppets. All right, it had scenery that was actually painted and built. That shit was class. They couldn't do that nowadays on their fucking. They're like, oh, we spent $50 million for green screens. We gotta pay this girl here. She got a nice ass. We gotta pay her. We gotta pay this dude. He's big. He's big deal. He's a big deal. Johnny Depp. He's a big deal. He's not a washed up actor. Come on. He doesn't fucking snort cane up his butthole. Come on, Johnny Depp. I think we could take this shit over, man. Podcasters, independent filmmakers, comedians, whatever the fuck kind of comedian I am. I think we could take this shit over. And, Netflix knows it. That's why they're trying to fucking pay people. So you too should write a shitty fucking script, send it off to Netflix. I'm working on it. I just got to get my fucking talent to have faith in the vision. Anyway, last thing we're going to talk about before we end off here. Let's see. Well, I guess we're going to talk about, the subject that's on everyone's mind. Donald versus Joe. That's right. You got it. Trump versus Biden. What was my thoughts on it? I don't even remember. Let me read this for a second. Oh, yeah. Come on, guys. Who would you trust babysitting? We could talk about fucking this fake virus all we want. We could talk about some fucking fake racism all we want. Show me one clip that fucking proves Donald Trump's an out racist. Maybe you could show it to me, but I don't think you can. And I don't like him for real reasons. He deals with the oil fucking industry, with Saudi Arabia. All his talk about China. Has he banned fucking imports on China? Yo, fuck China, man. And has he banned imports on them? No. Oh, he banned TikTok? Fuck TikTok, man. TikTok's a joke. Oh, he banned fucking TikTok? What's he gonna ban next? TikToks? Fuck that motherfucker. But yeah, anyways, who would you trust with your child? Like, let's say you had a fucking newborn baby. Who would you trust? Would you give your newborn baby to Joe fucking Biden? Here's another fact for you. Would you give your newborn baby to Justin Trudeau? I can't think of any Canadian politician I'd give my kid to, man. They're all some sketchy motherfuckers, man. Every goddamn one of them. But definitely not Justin Trudeau, man. He would do some weird shit. But I gotta tell you, Joe Biden, whether or not you think he would just leave it with somebody and just walk away, whether or not you think he would drop it, whether or not you think he'd have a senior moment, whether you think you are a Pizzagator or whatever you want to call it, or a QAnon or whatever you call it. I'm not one of those things. And you think he's gonna like sell it or molest it or whatever. Who would you trust? Him or Donald Trump? Now, I don't fucking like Donald Trump very much. I think people who like him are just, gullible as fuck. Oh, look, he's going to save us, man. Trust the plan, man. Are you fucking kidding me? Point to like one or two things he's done. Oh, he nationalized the Federal Reserve. What does that really mean? What does that really mean? But he's better than that fucking career criminal politician, proven fucking segregationalist, racist, supporter of the Ku Klux Klan, Joe Biden. That's a fucking out and out racist. He's done deals with China. He's done deals with the Ukraine, which used to be part of Russia. And fuck Joe Biden. And fuck Donald Trump too. Is there nobody better than fucking those two people? Let's stop fucking putting rich people, Justin Trudeau, let's stop putting rich entitled pieces of shit. And yes, Donald Trump came from a rich family, so he is part of the fucking crew. Okay? You people need to wake the fuck up. Let's stop putting rich people in charge of poor people. Because what are most people? Are most people rich? Are most people even middle class? No, man. Most people are fucking lower class, living in rentals, paying high taxes for the fucking rich, while fucking people with like $50 million don't pay shit. people with even 10 million, I don't think they'll pay very much. If you got like 2 million, 3 million, you pay out the ass. If you've got a couple 100,000, you pay out the ass. If you're in Canada and you have a property worth a couple 100,000, you pay out the ass in property taxes, and that's just a basic house. So unless you're slick and you move to the country like I want to do, you're paying out the ass for something you own. Let's stop fucking around here, people. Let's stop electing rich people to rule over poor people. What in 2024? Oh, 2023. I could do math, vote for me. Anyway, that's another story for another day. Thanks for tuning in to Virtual Smoke Sesh. The idea of this is you come on here only if you smoke dope, and you come on here and smoke with me. And we'll talk about some shit. We'll have some fun. I'll have a few topics, but we don't have to stick to it. I got some topics written down. I'm not trying to fucking pretend here. But come on the show and talk with me. So anyways, I got a few more of these to do. Check out Wax New Crack. It's a sick song. And yeah, tune in again. We'll be doing one of these every single day. I'm going to try and pre-record one or two of these, and they probably will be about 10 minutes. But yeah, the other one I did wasn't really what I wanted to be. It turned out to be way too long. And yeah, all I got to say is, hey, Steve, if you did watch this, which I doubt, yo, man, fucking hit me up, man. Let's talk and shit. Let's start collaborating again. Unless you're being a baby. Anyways, yeah, I'll keep smoking some dope. And remember,